In early May, a Virgin Atlantic flight bound for New York was forced to make a U-turn back to London Heathrow after it was discovered that the first officer was yet to complete their latest periodic flying test. By the time this was noticed, the flight was around 40 minutes into the trip and flying over Ireland, but a return to home base was ordered. The incident happened on May 2nd on flight VS3, flying from Heathrow to Kennedy. Operating the flight was a Virgin Atlantic Airbus A330-300 registered as Golf Victor Whiskey Alpha Golf. The aircraft took off from London at 09:41 and the U-turn was initiated at 10:19, with the flight landing back at Heathrow at 11:12. Once back at Heathrow, the aircraft taxied to a gate where it waited for a replacement pilot. This took about 2 hours and 45 minutes. While it might sound alarming to hear an unqualified crew member operating a flight, Virgin Atlantic has assured passengers that the breach pertained to its internal training protocols rather than any regulatory or safety issues. Putting it simply, both pilots were fully licensed and qualified to operate the Airbus A330, just not to the standards of Virgin Atlantic. This was confirmed by the Civil Aviation Authority. Virgin Atlantic has made us aware of the incident. Both pilots were suitably licensed and qualified to undertake the flight. Although it was the first officer who was yet to complete his final assessment, Virgin Atlantic managers also found that the highly experienced captain was not yet qualified to be a trainer for the first officer. Eventually, the first officer was replaced with a more experienced pilot to ensure full compliance with the airline's training protocols. Virgin issued a public statement saying, "We apologize for any inconvenience caused to our customers who arrived 2 hours 40 minutes later than scheduled as a result of the crew change." The airline blames rostering issue for what happened on the flight. Restoring pre-pandemic crew levels has been an ongoing struggle across the aviation industry. This is mainly due to lengthy certification processes and financial constraints, as highlighted by Martin Chalk, General Secretary of the British Airline Pilots Association, who said, "We suggest that this is a symptom of the strain the industry has been put under by the draconian COVID restrictions and the obvious desire of people to travel. If the support for our industry had been as generous as in other countries, then the ramp-up of operations would have not stretched training systems as they currently are." Given that Virgin Atlantic has not carried out any mass cancellation of flights yet, despite the previous busy Easter period, it can be assumed that the airline is doing a decent job managing its schedules with its current workforce. What do you think of this incident? Did the airline make the right call despite the fact that no Civil Aviation Authority safety protocols were violated? Let us know by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.